The slope of negative 2.28 means that when comparing two districts with class sizes that differ by one student per class, that is, capitals STR differs by 1, the district with the larger class size has on average test scores that are lower by 2.28 points. A difference in the student-teacher ratio of 2 students per class is on average associated with a difference in test scores of 4.56 points. Open bracket equals negative 2 times open negative 2.28 close bracket. The negative slope indicates that districts with more students per teacher, larger classes, tend to do worse on the test. It is now possible to predict the district-wide test score given a value of the student-teacher ratio. For example, for a district with 20 students per teacher, the predicted test score is 698.9 minus 2.28 times 20 equals 653.3. Of course, this prediction will not be exactly right because of the other factors that determine the district's performance. But the regression line does not give a prediction. The ordinary least squares prediction of what test scores would be for that district based on its student-teacher ratio, absent those other factors. Is the estimated slope large or small? According to equation 4.9, for two districts with student-teacher ratios that differ by 2, the predicted value of test scores would differ by 4.6 points. For the California data, this difference of 2 students per class is large. It is roughly the difference between the median and the 10th percentile in Table 4.1. The associated difference in predicted test scores, however, is small compared to the spread of test scores in the data. 4.6 is slightly less than the difference between the median and the 60th percentile of test scores. In other words, a difference in class size that is large among these schools is associated with a relatively small difference in predicted test scores. See figure 4.3, the estimated regression line for the California data. The vertical axis test score from 600 to 720. On the horizontal axis, student-teacher ratio from 10 to 30. There's a blue line, a scatter plot. The blue line represents test score hat, which is 698.9 minus 2.28 times capitals STR. The text reads, the estimated regression line shows a negative relationship between the test scores and the student-teacher ratio for two districts with class sizes that differ by 1 student per class. The district with the larger classes has on average test scores that are lower by 2.28 points.